Yeah, we're heading out this morning with a couple members from the club, small group today, kind of intentionally. We had a good group yesterday of 10 bikes that ran over to Minnesota. Today we're going to make a little loop up northwest of Eau Claire. Going to run up to the Pump House restaurant in Downing. A nice little stop, kind of exploring that for a future rally stop as well. And we're going to hit a couple rustic roads along the way. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great ride. Going by Rock Falls Raceway. Pretty quiet there today, a few racers, but obviously not a big event. They get some really good regional draw here. Fun place to go watch some drag racing if you're into that sort of thing. Let's get across the Chippewa River here. Oh, water levels are pretty low. Might be the lowest I've seen them so far this year. There's a little Bambi. She didn't know which way to go. This little side road got off C. Come through here. Last time we came through here was on a Wednesday evening about dusk. And there were deer jumping everywhere. But kind of a beautiful little side road. And actually the one this connects to up here has some great views to the south before we get over to Highway 25 eventually. And cut west there a little bit and pick up a rustic road along the Chippewa River by the Devil's Punch Bowl. Kind of a cool stop if you've never been there. Particularly after a rain, because there's not a lot of water trickling over it when dry times like this anyway. Technically, today qualifies as one of my driftless rides, although it's a stretch because a good part of the route is north of 94, which generally is the boundary for the driftless region. There is a little bit over in St. Croix County that dips up north of 94, but there's still some nice rolling hills in Dunn County, St. Croix County, and some of the stuff we'll go mess around in today. You know, it's been a while probably by the time I put this one out that we've done much for driftless videos. Kind of got busy this summer with some trips in Colorado, and hope everybody's enjoying those videos. It's been certainly fun to go make videos in some different places. Head down County D off 25 to the west here a little bit into the little town of Irvington, which is where we'll pick up our Rustic Road in a minute. Crossing the Red Cedar River, south of Menominee. Some beautiful views of the Red Cedar River in here when the leaves are off. A little bit of color in our ride yesterday in a few spots, but generally things are pretty green yet. There's the Red Cedar River. So it's a thing with the state of Wisconsin where if you ride 10 of the rustic roads and send in sort of a checklist with the date you rode them, you can get a patch. If you ride 25 of them, they'll send you a certificate. On P west of Menominee, and there's some phenomenal views from up on top of this road. And there's another deer down there to the left. Every time we go through here, there's a couple roads to the south that I swear I'm going to come out and explore one of these days. We turned on Q, headed north now. This drops down into a pretty neat valley here. Tends to go south of Eau Claire into the Driftless, which is beautiful, no doubt, but don't sleep on this area up northwest of Menominee, Knapp, even over to Colfax. The whole loop we're doing today, there's just some beautiful riding over in here. Nice hills and curves. Most of the roads are in pretty nice shape. Makes for a beautiful day out. Multiple turkeys here. Just south of Downing where our lunch stop was. We're going to take a little loop here. A little bit early for lunch. And wind down W to E. And then we're going to come up Rustic Road number 3. Alright, here we go down Rustic Road number 3. Pretty down in here. Canopy of trees. It's more or less the end of this rustic road. There was a section in there that was kind of pretty. Probably not one of my favorite rustic roads of all time, but certainly that center section was pretty in there, and the golf course was an amazing looking golf course for kind of in the middle of nowhere. And a little chunk of G kind of between Glenwood City and heading over to Downing here. Go have some lunch at the Pump House restaurant. Let's not. Let's just park out here. Alright, wrapped up our lunch at the Pump House. Heading up County Q a little more. Beautiful day for a ride. Temperature's currently 59 degrees. Working our way east on V here. We're over to Ridgeland, then we start working south. So we're over east of Ridgeland now on V and drop south on 610th Street. So this was a segment I picked up off Butler Maps, I believe. There are a couple of segments here that just kind of winds up through the trees. And just like that, there's another fawn. Yeah, look at that. Maybe we'll get up and get a good look. Well, hi, Bambi. That's a continuation of our wildlife segment for the day. Coming into the little town of Sand Creek, just crossing the Red Cedar River here. There's a little mom and pop cafe in this town that's pretty darn good. Only takes cash, so remember your wallet if you come. But if you're looking for a pork steak and dumplings and mashed potatoes and that sort of lunch, that's your place. We're running south on W along the Red Cedar River, between the hills and the river, kind of pretty in here. This has also got a Butler rating on this road because of the curbs. Finally got down to this best stretch of W that we were working our way towards. Running south on M, south of Colfax, working our way down to Elk Mound. We're going to go check out the overlook at Elk Mound. a castle up there. Kind of a cool little spot. Hey, up here at the castle at Elk Mound, checking it out. Gonna go up top, look at the views. Pretty awesome views. Pretty awesome views. Nice end to a great day of riding. Awesome friends. Loving every minute of it.